All right, okay. We're joined in studio today by, of course, Sean Finn. Sean, congratulations after an amazing year. How's it all been since?
Yeah, I suppose it's been hectic around the place. People never really expected how much it would mean to Limerick. Obviously, it meant a lot, and we're kind of get pulled and dragged to a lot of these things. But look, it's special to be able to do these things, and it's it's exciting. And the couple of trips coming up will add to that as well.
Has it sunk in yet what you've done this year as a group?
I suppose it has, when you see the reaction that a lot of people are given at schools and homecomings and those things. It's still ongoing, and there's still excitement there, and it just feels as if it's a long time ago and the winter's going very fast. But look, it's fantastic, and we'll enjoy it a couple of weeks.
Can you tell your tale of the day above in Croke Park as it happened?
I suppose, yeah, the second half was very long. The 8 minutes, obviously, they always talk about the 8 minutes, but I remember looking up the clock and it's 55 minutes, and I was thinking 55, 65, 75. So I was like, it was a long second half, and I knew we were in control, but we were never, the way hurling's gone, 8 or 9 points in the lot. So it was a long second half, and obviously the 8 minutes, we could go on about that for a long time, but thank God we got over the edge.
When the final whistle went, who were you beside? Who did you first go to?
There's a video going around. It's probably in the DVD, but just all the players running everywhere. I can't explain it. It was just pure sheer relief, and everyone just running around the place. It's not even that you met someone. It's just running aimlessly around the pitch. So
I think we have to speak about that famous picture of you in Sports File. I think it was pretty amazing to have. I know you probably have it yourself now at this stage, but it is nice to have something like that. You can see the sheer relief and just like how much it meant to you in that picture. Yeah,
for sure. I came down the following morning in the City West, and someone handed me the paper, and it was at the back page. That was the Examiner, the Independent. But look, it was a nice way to start the morning, obviously. But yeah, I'm sure I'll see it for years to come, I think.
Yeah, of course, nice one to have. And something else that you've nice to have, and I want to say congratulations on having met you, sent is
Thanks.
the All-Star.
Yeah, for sure.
Something else to show the grandkids, I'm sure.
Yeah, look, they're nice personal awards to get at the end of the year. You don't really set out to win an All-Star early on in the year. It's always the All Ireland and whether a Munster Championship or get promoted. But look, they're nice things to be recognised at the end of the year, and I couldn't have got one if it wasn't for the lads that I was marking and training, and obviously Richie and Mike and Seamus alongside me. So look, they're nice things to get, in fairness.
Yeah, I know, and I don't mean to bring it up now, but I know you've had club championship. What was it like going back to the club after having such a high with the county?
Well, I suppose a lot of us were in the routine of training, and we obviously had a great week after the All Ireland final. But I think a lot of us, considering we were training for so long, that we were happy after that week to go back training and looking forward to going back in playing with the lads that we grew up playing with, and they're the guys that you kind of meet day in, day out. And I think it was just the way we are that we were happy to go back training. But unfortunately, we didn't get over the line against Garsplan. But overall, we had a fairly decent year of Bruff.
I was going to say, you'd take the year that you've had with the county anyway, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Something that I suppose will stay with you forever is the day and the experience of it, but it's nice to have something like this in your hand that you can sit down and watch at any stage. And this is why we're here today, because there's a DVD called The Dreams. Raf, welcome.
How are you? Already.
Dreams, amazing DVD about Limerick's, I suppose, year as such.
Yeah, Dreams, an unforgettable year. I suppose nobody can disagree with that. It was a fantastic year from start to finish. One of the most exciting championships that I can ever remember. And as somebody who covered it, you know as well. You covered all those games. It was just from week to week to week. It was phenomenal. It on every level it was an amazing. You could always be happy with being involved in a great season. But when you're involved in a season like that and you are the ones holding the Liam McCarthy at the end of it, then it's even better again. And I suppose we had, with Liam Ahern's involvement in the GAA, we approached Liam and Mike O'Riordan about the possibility of doing this DVD. So, we had a dash cam on board the bus on the way to Croke Park. You could see all the fans praying, kneeling in front of the bus on the way there. I'd say the lads were all wondering who's this fella with a camera that they'd never seen before on the bus on the way home.
I looked behind me and
they were all looking at me quite suspicious, but I had a green top on anyway, so at least they knew I wasn't a Galway spy. And we had gathered all of that footage anyway, and then we said, look, if we could mix all that footage in with kind of in-depth interviews with some of the players afterwards, we'd have a really nice production. So that's kind of where Will Buckley came in that.
Welcome, Will.
An interview situation arose where we had to interview one of the people for the DVD at really short notice. So I was going through my book trying to think who will I call. So I called Will, and it was weird because Will had actually done the video for the boxing fundraiser below here in the South Court with Limerick GAA. So straight away there was all this extra footage that I hadn't bargained on having for the DVD. We had all of that stuff. So we had all the boxing footage. Even better again, Will was also at the Gaelic grounds with his camera for the match reactions there. So in the DVD, Will has cut between reactions of the crowd at the Gaelic grounds and the crowd at Croke Park. And I think you were in the boxing as well, Sean. There was highlights of the boxing. I think Cian Lynch coming into the ring to the soundtrack of the Pink Panther, and Richie English kind of goading him as he was coming into the ring. There's all that stuff there.
And you know what? We've spoken to John many times this year, and it's something he always refers back to at every interview, that this is where it started. This is where the boys knew that they could go out and beat each other, but then be part of a team when they went out on the pitch. And I'm sure you can agree, Sean, that something like this did bring you closer together.
Yeah, I think it has, and I think I was just talking about it earlier that it kind of gave you, like, you weren't going back training in November in the cold and the wind and the rain, and I think it just brought something different, and lads, you got respect for them when they're coming in fighting you, and look, that respect was there throughout the year and on the field as well, but it was something different.
Raf, how are you filming it at the time? I know you were delighted to be there at the time, but now looking back on it, it's something special.
Yeah, and I suppose when myself and Will sat down with all the footage, there was over a terabyte of footage to go through. So at that point, I had my hard work done, and I just went off into a corner and I gave it to Will, and like, Will can tell you it was a labour of love for Will for the last few weeks.
Oh, it was. I mean, it's been, I don't know, about 6 weeks of just I locked myself in the office, and I must apologise to my wife and kids. I love you all, guys. I'm going to make it up to you. Ali, Henry, Beatrice, Jasper. Promise I'll make it up to you guys. But it was an amazing project. There's an energy about it, and you could see it in the boxing. The lads really got stuck into it, and they got stuck into each other as well. There was no holding back. Like, there were bloody noses. One boy broke his nose in training. I mean, it was full on all the way, and that energy with the footage Raf had sort of embedded with the players. He was in the dressing room afterwards, the celebrations. On the bus coming back to the hotel, the fans were just going ballistic when they saw the team bus coming along the road, and all that has worked in so well with the interviews, and there is a huge energy about it. And I think it's fair to say we've managed to capture that on the DVD, and I think also it's worth saying that, as far as I know, the DVD is for the Players Fund, so it's to support the lads who gave so much joy and happiness to the people of Limerick this year. So I think it's well worth it for a Christmas present, and it's going in the right direction.
Of course, and it's something, I've seen little snippets, I've seen a good bit of it now, and I suppose the word emotional will pop up when I do watch it. I'm a Cork woman, and to say that, it's a lot. It is. Sean, have you seen bits of it? Do you find yourself going, okay, there's a bit of a lump in my throat, and maybe not for you, but
yeah, you do, in fairness. There's a lot of clips going around of say montages of clips, especially in the final. There's one that I saw recently that I nearly watch it every single night I go to bed, but I've seen clips of the DVD, and it is really special. You see say the All Ireland final from a different perspective, that we're looking out at the crowd and coming through O'Connell Street. You see the spire, and there's so much Limerick people, and you do get goosebumps when you see it. And obviously it's nice to get the soundtracks in the back. You've say Dolores O'Riordan's Dreams in the background, and it never fails to put goosebumps in your arms, in fairness.
I suppose to put it into words, for me, coming from media, I know you probably don't think we're just as happy when you win or lose, but we are genuinely, because myself and Raf have followed you for the year that you had, the amazing year you had. So it did mean as much to us, Raf, as it meant to them.
Oh, it did, yeah. And I suppose from our point of view, it's like when you're in there with the camera, your kind of job is to get the footage, but not to kind of impinge on what these guys are doing, because they've worked so hard to celebrate that you don't want them thinking, Jesus, being suspicious of the guy with the camera. So it's that kind of trade-off of keep the camera rolling, but at the same time let them get on with the celebrations. Like, they deserve every bit of ounce of credit they get this year. And yeah, look, I know sometimes the relationship between media and sports organisations can be a bit fractured at times when there's people are critical of performance and stuff like that, but for the most part I think there's been a pretty good relationship between the media and Limerick GAA for the last year. And I think that comes across as well, that we are just as happy when they win.
Of course. I suppose to put it into words for myself, the most standout moment of me today was being in the dressing room with them. I know it's something that many people might never get to do, but to see how much it meant to them, and right after it happening, I mean, like, it was probably I've been in it now 3 years, but I don't think I'll ever have an experience like it.
Yeah, no, and again, going back to that footage that Will was doing, the footage between the reaction at the Gaelic grounds and the reaction at Croke Park. I mean, it was in unison, where people were hoping for the final whistle to blow. In one venue, it was the exact same emotions all the way up the road. It was just and kind of trying to tie all that in together.
Yeah, well, there was women and kids and grown men screaming at the big screen. The referee, blow your whistle, blow your whistle. It was nuts out there.
Yeah, there was plenty of tears, I'm sure, in Limerick and Croke Park, might I add. Things like the drive up, the nerves, I suppose the final few minutes, the commentary, the tears, looking around the dressing room, the banquet, the homecoming. There's just so much that stands out. It's been a roller coaster of a year for you, Sean.
Yeah, like looking back at the Tip game, it seems like a long time ago, and those games are important, the league games last year, but I suppose the All-Ireland final was a special day, and the banquet was enjoyable, and obviously the couple of days afterwards were very enjoyable as well. But yeah, it's been brilliant, and there's going to be a time where we're going to have to draw a line and get back training again sometime soon. But I think a lot of lads will be looking forward to that as well, you know, getting back into the group and meeting a couple of lads, and I suppose the trip to Boston will be exciting as well, and the team holidays coming up. So look, it's a great few weeks to look forward to.
You have a great life. Are you going to bring any media on the team holiday? No,
no cameras, no media on the team holiday.
No.
If I'm led to
No
believe,
phones either.
no phones, no nothing, no.
Are you looking forward to Boston? There's a gang of you. I know that some of them can't go because they've club commitments and maybe injuries, but do you know, it's going to be nice to get away, and you're not going to take it too seriously, I presume.
Yeah, well, I suppose going over there, we'd be looking to, I suppose, the competitive nature of all of us, that we nearly want to win it anyway, but we're going over there, we will enjoy it. In fairness, we've worked fairly hard for it, and we'll take it as seriously as we can, and I suppose, yeah, a couple of us are staying there for a couple of days afterwards as well into New York, so that'll be a nice couple of days as well. There'll be no agendas or no schedules, so.
Hopefully we'll all get through customs first.
I know, yeah.
Raf won't be sitting any of us in. Look, we're here for the DVD. Whereabouts can it be got?
At the moment, it's still in production, but you can pre-order it through Elvery's, and they should have a link up on the website today, so I will supply you with all that information to share across your social media platforms. But yeah, you can pre-order it through Elvery Sports, and I do believe as well that if you are living abroad, or if you are living in another part of the country, that Elvery's also do postage and packaging, so just basically keep an eye on Elvery's and an eye on Limerick GAA, Sporting Limerick, and your own social media channels for more updates. But yeah, that's the best way to go for it.
And the most amazing Christmas present you could possibly get is this. I know that I'll have to buy it for a few because they're Limerick fans, but you want to say a few thanks, Raf?
Yeah, I suppose, look, just first of all, thanks to Limerick GAA and the players for allowing us the access. I think it's very, very rare that you get that kind of access, and it was a privilege for me to be involved with it. I know Will will echo those sentiments. Also to the JP and Norrie McManus, the McManus family, Dare Manor, the Woodlands House Hotel, and Dolores O'Riordan's family as well for allowing us to use the music throughout the DVD. Other than that, it's been like I said, a pleasure to work with Liam Ahern, Mike O'Riordan, Siobhan out in Limerick GAA. They've all been excellent, and it has been a team effort. Like, there's no point in saying otherwise. Yeah,
it's been an amazing year, and I will echo that. Thanks for everything that you have done for us here in Spain as well. You are so good, giving me all those interviews. I know sometimes you don't want to talk to us, but you were great. Thanks very much, guys.
Thanks, Valerie.